everyone! Welcome to this new live chat. Still don't quite know what to do with myself on these, but yeah, here we are. Today we are going to talk about my handmade wardrobe as well as my future project plans. I think I wanted to start by talking about my style evolution and how it all kind of worked out. It's really just, yeah. Anytime you want to change your style or come up with a new style, then it takes either a lot of time or a lot of money. And it's just kind of the way it works. Like, either you need to invest a lot of money into buying all the pieces you want, or you need to invest in a lot of time to make all the pieces you want. I am fortunate where I have a lot of stash fabric, and currently I have a lot of time. So a lot of these pieces I have made before, and a lot of them I have made more recently. So yeah, my style in general, I've always wanted a more historically inspired wardrobe, and it hasn't been until like the past month or so that I've really started to cultivate that. So before I really, when I was originally thinking of wanting a historical wardrobe, I was thinking that I wanted to go more like 1950s vintage because I loved the circle skirts and the volume in those skirts. But I also really like you can tell, I like puff sleeves. And so then I came up with the idea of like, well, what if I do like an Anna Green Gables like 1950s vintage mashup? Like, would that work? Can that be a thing? And then I decided, of course it can be a thing. It's my own wardrobe. I don't need to be historically accurate with my own personal clothing. So that's kind of the direction that you will see a lot of this goes. I will say that, yes, so this top I actually finished today specifically for this video. I had it like the buttons and buttonholes on left to do, and I just had it pinned together in my dress form, and I was thinking like, and I was going through everything, and I'm like, well, what do I wear today? And I just came into my studio and saw this shirt and went, it's gonna take like 5 minutes to finish, so I'm gonna wear this shirt today. So this shirt with the cute Peter Pan collar and just a ribbon bow that I got from my ribbon stash are new. The skirt that I'm wearing, which you will see when I stand up to go dress my dress forms, because we're doing that again too, I made last week, I think. I also sew really fast, so when I start saying like, oh, I've made this then and this at this time, like, don't get discouraged, that's the word I'm looking for, because I sew insanely fast. So yeah. Let's see, my style evolution. I didn't really have a style until, I want to say until I started my tailoring apprenticeship, which would have been 4 years ago now. So 4 years ago was when I started my tailoring apprenticeship, and I realized that my high school clothes would no longer work in an upscale, like, business professional fashion establishment. Working as a tailor that was connected to a retail store, we had to present ourselves in a very fashion forward kind of way, and I didn't have fashion forward clothes. So, because, you know, wearing the same clothes I wore in high school. So that's when I first decided, like, hey, if I'm going to be building a new wardrobe, let's build it in like this vintage fashion, because I was really into like the 1950s fashion at that time period. At that time in my life. So a lot of what I'm going to show you that I made in the 2 years I did my apprenticeship definitely follow that. A lot of things that I have made since then are shifting a little bit more Edwardian, because again, I want to mash 1950s and Anne of Green Gables together because why not? I've also decided that my outfit today is completely librarian chic. So that's like, I don't know how to describe my aesthetic, so maybe you guys could help me figure that out today. But what you guys all wanted to see and are on here to see is my wardrobe. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with two dresses. One I made when I was doing my apprenticeship, and the other one that I made last year because I was going to be a part of my friend's wedding. They had a sword arch and wanted everyone in the sword arch to wear black, so that's what I made that dress for. The other dress is a red dress. Yes, librarian chic is a thing, and I love it. Let's see, the other dress is a red dress. It's upholstery material, which is why the skirt gets all the volume, and I found it as a remnant at my local fabric store. So I really like both of these dresses. I'm going to throw them on my dress forms, and then I'll come back and talk to you guys some more. So okay, I just changed my mind. We're going to put on the red dress and then my 21st birthday dress, and I will explain my 21st birthday dress when I come back and talk to you guys. Oh. So talking to you guys a little bit before I come up and can read comments. This is my 21st birthday dress. I didn't have anywhere fancy to go for my 21st birthday, but I decided that I should make a fancy dress nonetheless. My dad had given me a gift card, and so I'm just like, hey, this will pay for my fancy dress. So this is probably the last really semi-formal dress that I have ever made. It's a really cute tea length, and then it has a sparkly top, which I am totally a fan of. I just don't have semi-formal occasions to wear it to, which is why I haven't really worn it. I never wore it when I was doing my apprenticeship because I always felt like it was too formal. But towards the end, I thought, well, I could wear tights and Converse and what's it called? A leather jacket, which would totally dress it down. I just didn't have the courage to do it, and I kind of wish I did, because I don't wear this dress very much anymore because I don't have a reason to. Same with this dress. This is, this is my red dress, which I absolutely love. It's the same tea length that has the cap sleeves. I am a really big fan of cap sleeves. So, here, let me move so you guys can look at those some more. Yeah, so it has the little baby cap sleeves. This is the first dress that, by the way, I made the patterns for both of these. Most of my dresses, I have not used commercial patterns. When I started sewing, I didn't really use commercial patterns. I went through a time where I altered a lot of commercial patterns in high school, and then I went back to using self-drafted patterns. So by the time that I was making these dresses, I was back to self-drafted patterns. I had a dress form so I could drape the shape. So yeah, I don't have commercial patterns for either of these, and I've actually lost the pattern for this dress. it's got lost in the move, so when we moved into this house. So there's that. But the red dress was really interesting because it was the first time that I had really put front and back darts in things to give it shape. Usually it was just like, yeah, I don't know how to explain that. Like dartless, it was shaped through the seams, which is a very 1500s thing to do and what I'm very comfortable doing, which is why that's kind of how this dress is shaped. But yeah, like this was the first time that I had actually used real darts to shape something. And I'm really happy. Like I love both of these dresses. I just don't have fancy places to wear them. I do wear the red dress to church sometimes, more often than not. It is a cold weather dress though, because like I said, it's made out of an upholstery fabric. So, oh, excuse me. It's like really warm, and like where I live is really hot and humid most of the time, especially during like the summer and fall. So it only gets brought out like a couple of months out of the year because that's when I can comfortably wear it. So yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna put the dress for my friend's wedding up and one other. Oh yeah, the other dress that I made. It's not really a dress. The other outfit I made while I was doing my apprenticeship, which I still have. I did make a lot more clothes than I currently have. I continuously purge my wardrobe of things that I don't wear, and there's some things like these dresses that I just can't get rid of. So I'll put the black dress on, and then the dogwood outfit as well. So let's see. I hope that skirt stays. Okay. Did I miss any comments? Okay, yeah. So this black dress is really cool. I wanted it to have more of a texture feel to it than like an actual shiny sequin thing. So it has a lot of like matte sequins on it, and to give it a texture. I did give it like a little bit of a poof sleeve. It has a tulip sleeve on it. So I guess I can like give you guys a close-up, more detailed shots of these things because that can be a thing. So this is the tulip sleeve. This was my first time actually doing a tulip sleeve. And I love the way that it turned out, and then it's gathered on top, which is what gives it that little bit of poof. It's still a cap sleeve, which is definitely what I wanted. And then this is so you can see that like embroidery and then matte sequins better. So it was really great. It showed really well in pictures, and like ideally I need to put a hook and eye right here. This dress form, like my dress forms aren't the same size as my neck, but I need to put a hook and eye right there, and then like I would feel more comfortable wearing it. I'd forgotten to before the wedding, so it doesn't, anyway. Yeah. So this is what I call my dogwood dress. It's actually a shirt and a skirt, and the skirt's fallen off, but it's okay because my dress forms are not my size. But yeah, so this is like poof sleeves. I had made this out of a, what's it called? A bed sheet that I had found in my local thrift store. So it's not the best material, but it's still like pretty great. The skirt is made the same way as the skirt video that I had posted on Monday. I think that's when it went up. So let's see. Can I get you guys back where you were? It's close enough. All right, I saw some. Yeah, so I actually really like putting a lot of details into my dresses, especially if they're like for an occasion, right? If I can plan things out and like search Pinterest and like piece what I want together, which is definitely what I did for this dress, then it has a lot more detail in it. The sleeves as well as the neckline on the black dress are all piped. It was my first time really doing piping, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, details are fun. I plan on putting a lot more details into my future clothes. I think I'm at the point where I have all of the basics in my wardrobe that I want, except for a pair of pants. I have some gray suiting that I'm going to make a pair of pants out of, and then I'll have all of my basics and I can start working on more of the detailed pieces. So yeah, there's that. And then I think there was... Okay, so the skirt that I am wearing is a suiting material that I've had in my stash for a while. So what makes it really flowy is I have my linen petticoat on underneath, and then I also have horsehair braid in the hem. I have videos coming out about my Edwardian foundation garments, as well as like a basic skirt and top to go over them, coming out within the next couple of weeks. I think the shirt and skirt video should be out beginning of May is when I have that all scheduled. So as far as like my next gown to go into my everyday wardrobe, I do not have one planned, mostly because when it comes to making gowns, they're really expensive and they take a lot of time, and I don't see the point of putting that much time and money into something that's not going to get a lot of wear. If I had like a costuming guild in my area that I could like go to balls and things with them, totally would be planning one. Currently I don't, but I do have a 1580s 1600s gown that I am planning. I talked about it a little bit in my last live, but it's going to be green and brown, and I am super excited. And I have a list of projects, which we'll talk about later, that I need to get done before I can start that. That's kind of like my motivator to get like other things done. So yeah. All right, did I miss any other comments? Yeah. Okay. So everything else that I have to show you... Oh, no, never mind. I've got one more skirt. But it's just a circle skirt, so maybe I'll just hold that one up. Yeah, we'll do that. So I made this skirt while I was doing my apprenticeship too. It is also made out of a bed sheet. It's a really cute like aqua polka dots on it. Again, this like fits with that 50s theme. Hey, it goes really cute with this top. It's like I planned my wardrobe to all match or something. Okay. What I love about making circle skirts out of bed sheets is that if you get the queen size ones, then you can do a full circle skirt and it can still be T-length, which is definitely my preference when it comes to skirt length. Man, I want to like switch out my skirts now. This looks super cute. Okay. Yeah. So this was the last piece that I made while I was doing my tailoring apprenticeship. The rest of the pieces I have made probably since the beginning of the year. So yeah. Let's see, I have 4 shirts. Right? And then 4 skirts. Hey, this'll work! You can tell how much planning went into today's live. Okay, so I will put my pin outfit, which the video for the shirt and the skirt came on. Okay. What was that? So I got my tailoring apprenticeship in 2016. And I finished, well, technically I graduated from my tailoring apprenticeship about 6 months afterwards because I had a lot of like experience beforehand, but I didn't stop learning once I had graduated from the program. So I kind of count the 2 years that I was working there as my entire tailoring apprenticeship. I learned a lot about how clothes should fit and how to alter clothing from there, which really helped when it came to making my own clothing. I learned how I wanted things to look and how I wanted things to drape, and what I liked on my own body. And it's always really interesting to to talk to other people and to help them find their style and what fit is comfortable for them, because a lot of the times, like when it comes to the modern fashion industry, we're not taught how we should feel in our clothes. We're taught how our clothes should feel on us, if that makes sense. Like this fashionable, like you have to be in, is kind of like pushed on you, and you're just like, oh, circle skirts, like mini circle skirts are in this year, but I feel uncomfortable showing off my butt, but I'm totally gonna be fashionable anyway. Like it's this whole like keeping up with the Joneses thing that like, just wear what makes you feel beautiful, people. Clothing is not a construct to make you fit in. It's a construct to make you stand out. Anyway, I have a whole rant on like how like the fashion industry is destroying people's self-esteem, but I won't get into that because it's not applicable, and I'm pretty sure you don't want me to rant on that. But a couple comments about the length of my skirt. This is the skirt that I'm wearing is the longest skirt I have. It is touching the floor because all of the shoes that I seem to be grabbing recently have 1.5 to 2 inch heel, which then would lift the skirt off the floor. The other skirts that I have, are 2 inches off the ground. Okay, maybe I'll give you guys my rant later then. The other skirts that I have are about 2 inches off the ground, which would make them about 4, which is really good for me because I tend to go to really muddy places when I like take adventures on my own, which means that my skirts wouldn't get as dirty. But the skirt that I am wearing currently is going to be part of a, yes, French fashion. Oh my gosh. The Americans have fashion wrong, and I believe the French have it right. Anyway, when I rant, I will rant. I will keep this on track. Okay, the skirt that I'm wearing is a, what's it called? It's like a mock-up. I used a historical pattern, or the best that I could surmise of it, and it's a mock-up for a video that I have planned for later. I'm going to, I'm laughing at the comments for the people who are like on the replay. They're encouraging me to rant. So after we talk about my wardrobe and future project plans, I will rant. Yes, so the skirt I'm wearing is going to be about part of a wearable mock-up for a walking suit, and then I will do like an actual construction video after I have like figured out this construction and pattern. And I'm sewing these on my treadle machine too, so I need I wanted to have a learning curve before I did like a tutorial on them, which I'm realizing I should like vlog my learning curve, because that would be pretty interesting for you guys to watch. Might do that. I didn't film much of making the skirt, but I might do that for the other pieces of the walking suit I want. Anyway, I forgot where we were. Oh, I was going to show you other clothes. Okay. Let me drink some water first. Make sure you guys drink some water and take care of yourselves. Take your pills if you haven't yet today. I know I always need a reminder. So, okay. Yes, we'll do... One of these outfits I put on my dress form is not going to match itself, but yeah. Let's see. Just kidding, it might. So this skirt has a half elastic in it. If you know me at all, you know I love the half elastic skirts, but I also love big zippers. My red dress that I showed earlier has a big coat zipper down the back, and this one has a jean zipper, and it's kind of fantastic because jean zippers lock. So you can like unlock it and then it'll like unzip itself. But then like it locks and you're golden. So I kind of love it. It's a really fun skirt. I just wanted to show off that detail because I think it's really cool. Okay. My dress forms don't have hips. Okay, I'm not gonna button up my button ups because that would take way too long and I don't got time for that. So. And then you guys should recognize this outfit, which I want to replace the buttons on this shirt. if you notice a trend, I don't have skirts really any shorter than T-length. That's because that's my preferred length. I am getting into longer skirts. The next two skirts I have to show you are longer. They're also Edwardian inspired, so that makes sense. But yeah. This, it has pins on it. Here, I'll show you guys details again, because both of these have details that are really cute. But while I do that, the comments I missed. Okay. Yes, I really love my treadle machine. When I found it on listed, I was like super excited and convinced my husband that I needed another machine in this house, even though we already had like 7. We had 7 at the time because I was storing one for my friend. So yeah, have all the sewing machines. Yes, but so this fabric, which you didn't really see in the video, but it has like pins on it, which is why I fell in love with it. Having like sewing themed clothing. I'm like fussing with this. I need to stop fussing with things. Okay. Having like sewing themed clothing has kind of been like something to add into my wardrobe that I've wanted to do for a long time. I would have done it sooner. I just haven't found one that I liked. So I like how it just looks like dots from a ways away, but when you get closer, you're just like, oh, that's a bunch of little pins. That's really cute. Anyway, on this button up, you can see how I did, let's get the camera right. You can see how I did the buttons. They're little flowers. I tried my best to match the thread of them to the actual shirt. And that is probably my favorite detail that I've put on my own clothing in a long time. So yeah, those are the details of those. I have been on a really big button-up kick recently. I have finished 4 and I have 1 in progress. And after I finish the one that I have in progress, I'm going to be done with button-ups for a little bit. Because I need to just make something else as like a palette cleanser. So yeah. I totally agree that you can never have too many machines. I will also agree with my husband that you should only have as many machines as you use. Currently I only use, or have used in the past 6 months, 4 out of the 7 machines in the house, right? Or do I only have 6? I only have 6 machines in the house, and I've used 4 out of the 6. So, part of that is because I need to restore one of them. I had just gotten my treadle working, so that's the thing. Yes. What can I tell you about these clothes? This skirt is all box pleated around the waistband. I actually have more of this material, and I thought about making like a vest or a jacket to go with it. I'm just not sold. Yeah. It's one of those things with making your own wardrobe where I'm a person that definitely believes in you need to like the way you feel in a garment. Putting on the right clothes, it's empowering. And if your clothes are not empowering, then you're not wearing the right clothes, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Anyway. So that's kind of the downfall with making a lot of your own clothes, is you can have the idea and you can like visualize wearing it and being like, yes, like this will be awesome, it'll fit great, it'll feel great, I've already used the pattern, so I know it's going to be fantastic. And then for some reason, I've got hair, anyway. And then for some reason, it could be fabric choice, it could be a number of reasons, like how you were feeling when you made the garment, anyway, it could be a number of things. You put it on and you don't get that like, yes, like this is it. Like you don't get that empowered feeling. And for me, that's really a detriment. Um, so when I made this skirt, I did not get the empowered feeling that I was wanting, which has made me just not really want to use the rest of the material that I have of it because I can't get over it. But it is a really cute skirt, and now that I'm actually looking at like this and that together, and I'm like, oh, that would be really cute. Maybe I'll put that on, and maybe that'll feel empowering. Um, yeah, I might play around with my wardrobe while it's all out later when you guys are not here. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, it is like totally agree with you. I love the skirt. And I think it's really cute. It just did not give me that feeling I was looking for when I put it on. So, yeah, like I said before, I believe clothing should be empowering and that you should feel comfortable and confident in your clothing. And if you don't feel that way, you're wearing the wrong clothes. So, yes, so glad that someone else has an absurd amount of machines. I mean, I could have more. Wait, did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I got 6 in the house. Yeah. So the next outfits I have are more Edwardian inspired. Well, not really. My lemon shirt isn't Edwardian inspired. It's just cute. It's one of those like strictly 1950s things that I wanted to incorporate in my like 50s Anne of Green Gables thing. Anyway, so cute. Okay. I'm going to go change my dress forms now because I'm really excited about these next 2 outfits. Okay. Oh no, where'd the pin go? Right there. Okay. That was harder than it needed to be. There you go. That's how you tie a bow. Okay. Okay, so both of these skirts are made the same way. This one is made out of a cotton bottom weight, which I really love. It gives it a lot of its body. On all of my Edwardian inspired skirts, I give them a 2-inch hem with some horsehair in them, just to give them some body. Really like the horsehair in the hems of skirts. I kind of like discovered it. I knew it was a thing, but I didn't actually do it until I made my wedding dress. And now I'm addicted, especially in longer skirts. So. Oh, these skirts also have the typical pleating detail. This skirt does not, because the pattern information that I found was using for it didn't have instructions for pleating, so. come on. Do the thing. Cool. So there's that. Let's pretend I buttoned it up. And then this is my blue outfit, which you guys will see in a video beginning of May is when I have this slotted for. This shirt's really cute. It has a slit in the back so I can get my head through it. And then it has like little loops and buttons that go together. So, oh, the front of it is also this little cute shape. I don't know how to describe it, but there you go. So those are my two Edwardian-ish inspired outfits. I mean, other than the one I'm wearing, which I can talk about a little bit. I feel like I've kind of already talked about what I'm wearing. Anyway, so this has a bow neckline on it, a lot like the only real difference between this and the dogwood shirt is that there are cuffs at the bottom of the sleeves and it's a button-up. If I had had the confidence when I made the dogwood shirt, I would have made it like the lemon shirt. Just putting it out there. Both of these skirts are made using the same draping method, so they're pretty much identical. And then this top is made to have 3/4 sleeves. The cuffs also have a little bit of elastic in them because I didn't want to bother with a placket and I wanted to make sure that they were fitting. When I made the blue, I wanted it to strictly be comfortable. So kind of a, like, wearing your pajamas to work thing, which I totally did when I was doing my apprenticeship. I would wear skirts and I would wear my sweatpants underneath them because I was a rebel, and what my manager didn't know didn't hurt her. Anyway, I'm going to read through the comments real quick to see what I missed because you guys seemed pretty chatty. So, yeah. Heart collar. Yeah, that would accurately describe what that collar is. So, yeah. Yes, I feel like I have described all of that. Do you guys have any specific questions, like, about my wardrobe? Oh, yeah. Any specific questions, and then I will take you over to my whiteboard. There you go. Now it looks like I'm pointing at my whiteboard. I'll take you over to my whiteboard and talk to you guys about my future plans for the rest of the year. I really do love the lemon shirt too. I love the pink floral shirt that I had on this dress form just before too. So, yeah. I didn't really use a pattern for these two skirts. I knew what the shape of walking skirts were, and I knew where the seam lines needed to be to make them accurate. So I kind of just guessed for these. The skirt that I'm wearing is from a historical manual. I don't remember the exact name of it, but when I make my walking suit series, I will definitely let you guys know because I will use this pattern again. And I am wearing my petticoat underneath just because I always wear my petticoat underneath my skirts these days. When I have 2 slips that I usually wear underneath my skirts, so for me it's not a big transition to wear a petticoat. So Kayla, if you ever want to work on a vintage machine, you know where I live. And I can help you repair one if you find one. Just specifically talking to my friend who's been making comments. Okay, so future plans. I'm so excited. So I have a YouTube schedule. And I have most of my videos planned out for the rest of the year. Specific question, I have a 1940s blackhead Singer with an electric motor, and a 1910s treadle. I think it's a Singer Red Eye is what that is. I can give a sewing machine tour video later if that is something that everyone is interested in. I could definitely put that on my channel. And the video for all of my Edwardian foundation garments are going to start coming out they're coming out soon. They're going to start on Monday with a pair of combinations. So there's that. All right, so this is, let me get you guys situated, my whiteboard. I'm going to sit back here so I'm kind of in frame. I have all of the months written out on the side here, and then there's like 4 weeks in a month, so basically have everything planned. I'm not going to tell you guys everything I have planned because that would just take forever and it wouldn't really be worth it. But I can tell you about like the big projects that I am excited about. So the first big project that I am excited about is I want to do like a preppy 50s, what was it called? A preppy 50s Ravenclaw outfit. So, like, I'm knitting a sweater vest. I have plans for, like, a really cute pleated skirt. Yes. So, yeah, that's one that I'm really excited about. It's one that I am currently working on. You guys will not get videos for every piece in that outfit. But if there is a demand to have tutorials for other pieces, I'm willing to remake things. I mean, it's not like I can't ship these clothes to my friend who has a very similar style to me or donate them after. So, yeah, it's a thing. That's something I'm really excited about. My 1580s to fit 1600s court dress is another one that I'm really excited about. I actually have that scheduled to start coming out in September, so that's when you guys will start seeing the videos for those. I have a really fun plans in November, but I don't think I want to tell you guys about that. The other big project that I'm really excited about is actually going to be... Ooh, Casey, can I tell them? Are you still on? Can I, like, give spoilers? Anyway, Casey from Casey Creates, I think her channel name is Casey Birchfield, and I are planning on doing a collab in October. We have not talked about, like, sharing that with people yet, so I'm not going to say anything, but I am really excited about that. What else do I have on here? Yeah. Oh, and Can I tell them about our collab, Casey? Can you give me permission? Because I'm actually really excited. No, Anchorette, not ours. Okay, yes, like, I don't think it's very... Oh, Casey just gave me permission. Okay, yes. So, Casey from Casey Creates and I are going to make historical versions of 2 Disney evil queens. And I'm super excited because I'm doing Maleficent, and yeah. I'm just so excited. It's gonna be great. I have the whole thing planned out in my head. It's gonna be fantastic. So getting tutorials up for those are gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be making a coat hardy. So if you guys like watched my last live, you'll have seen me talk about like the coat hardy and like my tips and tricks for fitting those. So that'll come out when I do, what's it called? The videos for those collabs. So that's gonna come out in October. And then the walking suit videos are gonna come out probably sometime over the summer. So yeah, I am super excited about all of those. And those are my like big future project plans. So, okay, rant time. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this rant on fashion that I have developed over 2 years working as a tailor in a very fashionable and reputable place? Casey does have a YouTube channel. Casey, can you comment that? Just so everyone knows. Her channel is Casey Birchfield, I think. So yeah, she does have a YouTube channel. She does fantastic work. Highly recommend going and checking her out. When we do the collab videos, I will definitely make sure all of her links are there. Okay, so you guys are encouraging me to do my rant now. So here's the thing. We worked mostly with men. And there are 2 types of men, and there's 2 types of clients in general. So we'll just generalize this because men, women, however you identify, there's 2 types of people that come in for a fitting. The types of people that want to feel good in their clothing, and that's why they're getting it tailored. And then the types of people that want to be fashionable, and they want to make something work for their body, and that's why they're getting tailored. You can do both. You can take a garment that was made for a completely different body type than yours and fit it to be the body type. You can take an A-line skirt and tailor it to be a pencil skirt. It's doable. Don't make your tailors do that. I fully recognize that if you do not have the ability to sew, then finding your style as well as finding clothes that you feel comfortable and confident in is a lot harder. I fully recognize that if you want to go for a history-bounding, historical style and you do not sew, it is going to be harder. I fully recognize that if you have a weird body proportions and you are trying to find your style but having a full, but like you just don't have access to, don't feel like you have access to the same amount of clothing as everyone else. Fully recognize all of this. Oh, excuse me. The problem that I see is because fashion trends change every month. Yes, they change every month. In some stores, they change every 3 months in others. that we are constantly being told that the way we dress and the way we feel in our clothing and the way that, like, and our appearance is not good enough. It is a mindset that, when you get sucked into the rut of, can be very detrimental to how you see yourself. Um, so, yes, this rant is a lot more calm than I thought it would be. So, when you get sucked into this rut and you think, oh, this influencer, this Instagrammer is suddenly wearing bleached out tie-dye, I should wear bleached out tie-dye, but I feel like some stoner hippie when I wear tie-dye in general, but that doesn't matter. It does matter. Wear what you feel comfortable in. Don't buy something or make something or DIY something because it's a trend. Do it because that's what you feel comfortable in and that's what you feel confident in. The more you, like, and it could honestly just be going to the store and, like, trying on a bunch of things that you never thought you would wear. When I was in high school, I thought puff sleeves and collared shirts were, like, stupid. And I never would have put them together. And I thought that Edwardian clothing was what my grandma should wear. But the more that I put those styles of clothing on, the more empowered I felt. It felt like a creative outlet, so people could get a sense of who I am before they even talk to me. And that's what fashion should do. Fashion should show off who you are. So, am I a nerdy Ravenclaw librarian? Heck yeah. Am I some sort of, like, weird lady that dresses in, like, grandma clothing because she thinks it's cool? Yes. Am I not afraid of standing out because, like, that's what my clothing shows me as doing? Yeah, I'm not afraid. I mean, I was a kid who wore a floor-length black cloak every day in high school. I'm not afraid to stand out. If you are a little bit more self-conscious about it, you can make your walking skirts T-length. You can have smaller puff sleeves. You could just wear short sleeve button-ups. There are ways to adopt styles so they either look really eccentric, really classy, really eclectic. It's up to you. It's up to how you feel in your clothing. And that's the key. This outside fashion world is driven by consumerism. If you stop buying, they go out of business. And if they go out of business, suddenly they're out of business. Like, that's the worst thing for them. So of course they're going to come out with things more often. Of course they're going to do things to make you think that you are not good enough until you have this dress or that pair of shoes or these handbags, whatever. But you don't have to buy into it. There are other people that feel really awesome and confident when they are on the cusp of what is new and what is fashionable. Cool. They can do that. They can spend all their money, and then in 3 months, you can pick up their clothes at a thrift store. I mean, it's what it is. So that's kind of how I think the fashion world affects mental health. I have seen it a lot. We had people who would work with personal shoppers, and when we would get called out to fit those who were working with personal shoppers, it was a completely different experience than a mother and daughter in a dressing room. And it's because the personal shopper really talked to the person about what their needs were. And being like, okay, do you like sleeveless? Do you have anything you want to hide? Do you have anything you want to accentuate? What are you looking for your clothes to do for you? And it was always amazing to walk into the room with the personal shopper and their client and to see, yes, you look good. You look fantastic. Anyway, that's my rant. Wear the clothes that make you feel comfortable and confident. Don't wear the clothes that don't, because it's not worth it. Don't buy into big fashion labels unless you really want to. And just be you. Don't be afraid of standing out if that's what it means to be you. Anyway, that's my rant. We are now over an hour, so I am going to say goodbye. If you guys have ideas for next week's live, definitely let me know. Kind of out of what I had in mind. So, oh, don't get me started on clothing quality and fit issues. Oh, that's another rant. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye before I start ranting again. Bye! Have a great day. Let me know topics for other lives in the comments. Oh, how do I turn this off? I always struggle.